What's going on, world? You know who it is. It's your boy Mika, aka Most Wanted, on the up and coming show on the rise, Breaking Bread. So, you remember I was telling you guys from before, I like to switch off to all different types of subjects, and then I'm trying to take a page out of Noriega's book. Shout out to Noriega because that Drink Champ shit, like I'm feeling that shit 110%. So I decided to switch it up to talk about hood stories, where we came from. And as you guys know, if you don't know, I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush, and my guest is from Brooklyn as well. So I figured he would be the best one to do this shit with me because it's like we come from the same sides of the track. Just because we ain't from the same hood don't mean we ain't go do hood shit together. So let him introduce himself.
Yeah, it's breezy, man. Everybody take it easy, man. You know what it is, man. Just stay safe with the bullshit that's going on.
It's a fact.
You already know, man. This is a hard one to weather. You heard, but we gotta weather the storm regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody man up, stand up. You know what I mean, women still queen up. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, let's see. I kind of think, you should start it off with your first hood story. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, like, what I would say is the crackheads is the most animated. You feel me? To get $1 or something, I mean, it's sad to see, a person in that situation, but the things that they do is hilarious as hell. Like, we had this crackhead called 1 to the 2, and she was a problem.
You said 1 to the 2.
Because every time she go to the crack spot, she either cop 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I remember one day my sister had sent me to the store, and she had gotten into an argument with another crackhead, and she got gangster. She kicked her fucking shoes off and started whooping that other crackhead ass. And she was counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, while she was lumping her ass up and down the block. Police ain't even stopped. They just kind of like parked up and watched the shit.
Yep.
And I'm like,
that's how it be in the hood, man.
I mean, like, that was just one of the funny things. Like, we had a couple. I had another one in the hood. We called him Unc. And he thought he
Everybody
was,
got an Unc in the hood.
yeah, he thought he was Billy Badass. I mean, he thought he was him back in the day before he did the crack. And he thought he was tough. So he go on the block that I normally go get Chinese food or, you know what I mean? And I sit out there late night. I know the Chinese food spot in the corner bodega is open. So one day they throwing a big fucking party. A big party. And it's like a big block party. It's so locked off on that one block. And he's talking crazy and all that, whatever, right? So he's talking crazy. And my man's walks the next block over. I ain't even see him. And he's like, yo. He walks the next block over. I hear like 3 or 4 claps. And I see somebody's sneakers. Like, I see the sneakers on the curb, like off the curb, and I see somebody laying down. So I'm like, yo, so my boy, you know what I mean? I can't say his name because he's still going through things.
Yeah,
but my boy, he runs over there.
No names.
He runs over there and he goes, yo, son, I don't know who it was, but somebody got knocked the fuck out, B. Like, I don't even know. Son, come to find out, they throwing water on this dude. I'm across the street from where
trying to wake him up.
They trying to wake him up. They put him in the corner, throwing that water. They took like 3 or 4 bottles and just splashed him. They trying to wake him up. I'm like, yo. It took him like 5 minutes, and he finally came through. And I'm like, yo, who is that? So I kind of like walked off, and I didn't see who it was. So I see Unc all of a sudden walking through, and his shirt wet, and I'm like. And I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm kind of a little buzzed myself. Yeah. So my boy's like, yo, walks up to Unc and goes, yo, somebody got knocked the fuck out over there. All I see was somebody ups like this on the fucking with their feet up. I said, yo, what happened? Unc was like, yo, that was me. I said, yo, damn, my bad.
I didn't see something. That was me.
I said, yo,
damn, son.
They had dusted him off because I guess he had owed somebody over there, and then he started talking real gangster. And the younger ones nowadays, they not with all that talking, you know what I mean? So he had got skilled right there. Like,
real quick.
Real quick.
One
Like,
time.
it was real quick. And I was like, damn, all I heard was the... I was like, what the fuck?
Yo, somebody clapping?
But, yeah, I mean, that's one of the joints, though. But, I'm going to spin off. What you got?
Nah, like, one, I actually was involved in, but like I said, I don't say no names, so you don't gotta worry about me saying names. But I think it was 2008, I believe. You remember when, like, you know, Flatbush all the way from like Flatbush to Eastern Parkway, the Juve shit to that before Labor Day.
Yeah.
Right? So it's me and these guys, like I said, once again, we don't say no names. But we are on Flatbush, like walking towards like Eastern Parkway. Like if you're familiar with Flatbush, you can take Flatbush all the way down to Eastern Parkway. It cuts off by Empire Boulevard where the Wendy's and shit is at, and it goes all the way down to downtown Brooklyn. But anyway, so you know, we walking or whatever. It was about maybe 7 of us, I think, something like that. So you know, it's a big area. If you're from the area, you know it's a big area. And sometimes the shit could get so crowded, like you could get split up from your crew. So, you know, I veered off, you know, was trying to holler at a female like I, you know, used to do back in my day. But, so I'm trying to holler at a female, so then I just see like these group of Dominican niggas. It was like maybe 10 of them, like just surrounding this dude. So I'm just like, you know, just casually walking over there like, oh, who about to get beat up? So I go over there. It's one of my mans. So I'm like, oh, so I ain't gonna front. I had the little 22. You know, all her niggas had a little douche, little pocket rocket on them back in them days. You know what I'm saying? So I had me a little douche fronting. Only had like 2 bullets in it. You know what I'm saying? So if shit was to go down, like, pew pew, done, done. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to front like I'm tough. You know, the big guy. I'm like, yo, what's going on? The Dominican's like, oh, Poppy, you tough guy, Poppy, you tough guy, chill, whatever. So then the cops come. So then I'm like, yo, it's hot. So then I go spin off somewhere to go stash the shit somewhere, just in case, you know, if the cops come, you know, fuck with us. So we go into the McDonald's on Flatbush and Snyder, and we in there chilling. I'll never forget. The dude that was beefing with the Dominican dudes was outside. This other dude was like sitting at the very end by the door, and this dude I didn't even know was sitting across from me, and then I was sitting right here. I never forget, I was eating a McChicken. I never know up to that. I never forget this day.
Never forget that McChicken either.
Word. You remember McChicken with cheese.
Oh, yeah.
With cheese. So them same 10 Dominican dudes walk in, plus like another 8 of them. So I peeped them, so I did one of these. Put my head down, eat my McChicken, looking like, you know, in my peripheral, like, they hope they don't see me up on my fitted mad low. Hope they don't see me, hope that they don't see me eat my McChicken. One of them said, Poppy, what's up, man? I looked up, I was like, fuck. One dude sat right here. If you know about the certain McDonald's, like, you know, the long benches to the wall, but the like separate seats are like by like the window area, like, you know, by the walk area. So then one dude sit here, one dude sit here, one dude sit here. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to get finished. I look for my mans. The nigga that was sitting by the front entrance door, gone. The nigga that was outside, gone. It's only me and this dude that I did not know sitting across from me, and he just looking. So I'm thinking in my head, yo, I'm about to get finished. So they pull out their bangers. Because you know Dominicans, they always walk around with them bangers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, and I mean my McChicken. You know what I said? Yo, can I finish my McChicken first? That's exactly what I said to him. So then the nigga sitting across from me started making mad noise. Yo, ah! Screaming, going berserk, like, you know.
Trying to get attention.
So then the manager of the man, what's going on, sir? He's like, fuck out of here. He's like going bananas. And I'm like, it ain't going on. Yeah, so it ain't dawning on me. Why? I'm like, yo, why this nigga doing this shit for?
Wigging out.
Nigga wigging out. So then the cops come. When the cops come, what's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? So the cops come to escalate the situation. So then I go back to the block. I see the same dude that was beefing with them from the beginning. So I'm like, yo, son, like, where you go? Yo, them niggas chased me. I'm like, you dead ass. I'm like, yo, I could have got poked up for you. So like, the only reason why I was in that shit was because of you. I'm like, yo, you ran on me? Long story short, you know what I mean? I beatboxed at Rocksteady that nigga one time. You know what I'm saying? Beat him up. So then the older niggas, like the older OG niggas, so I was like maybe 21, 22. These niggas was like probably like, you know, in their 30s at the time. So they like, yo, pick on somebody your side. Like, cause the dude was a little dude, but like he was smaller than me. I mean, I wasn't as big as I am before. Before I was like a frail nigga, but he was an extra frail nigga. So then I beat the nigga up. So then the OG niggas is like, yo, fight somebody your size. So I'm fighting this nigga fucking literally twice my size. So I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this nigga mad big. He about to like, you know, fuck me up. So then me and him ended up getting a scrapping, doing what we doing, and I ended up getting the best of him. So then the older niggas was like, oh, nah, fuck that. They tried to jump in. That same nigga, like, started going berserk. Cops coming. You know what I'm saying? Didn't realize what he was actually doing at the moment. And at the moment, I'm like, yo, we hanging out with a crackhead or something, son? So, cops come, they escalate the situation or whatever. And as I'm walking away, the same dude that I had beat up from the beginning hit me in the head with a bottle. I'll never forget, son. With a Grey Goose bottle. And you know them motherfuckers is thick as shit. No homo. Cracked me. Boom! I must have been drunk because when he did it, all I did was walk to the gate and leaned on the gate like this. And like, blood was like fucking trickling down my face. And I'm like, all I did was do one of these. And I looked at the nigga was like, pew! Took off. Ended up going to the hospital or whatever. 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks later, I see the nigga. Yo, my peoples told me that I hit him so hard that he was screaming, yo, I can't see, with his eyes wide open like me and you. Eyes like this. Yo, I can't see. I can't see. I can't see your blood. Going berserk. Because when I seen that nigga, I was like, yo, yes. Yo, son, my dick got hard, no homo. I was just like, yo, I'm about to fucking destroy this nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just, you know, one hood story like that really stuck with me, because it's like, even though, you know, to some people viewing, it may not be funny, but it's just like, it just kind of reminds us of where we came from and where we at right now and what we went through to get to where we at today. So that's like, you know, one of mine. So now, because what we're going to try to do is, you know, possibly, you know, 3 stories for me, 3 for him, and then we're just going to like wrap it up. So that's my first one. So now I'm going to spin it back to you. I know you got a second one. Nigga, you grew up in the hood, nigga. There's so many stories we can talk about, man.
There is. And I'm trying to not say this other one, but I gotta say it.
Yeah, we don't do names. So,
alright, one day, I mean, we outside and, I mean, I had just got to work because they have a little program in Brooklyn that's called RWA.
Ready, Willing, Able?
I mean, yeah, so I had work for them.
Okay.
And we up there, I mean, like, sweeping the street, cleaning up or whatever, and I had got off. I got off and it was payday. So you already know I'm about to get lit. I'm about to go get biz. I'm about to go do what I do.
That's what we do.
You know what
we
I
get
mean?
paid.
So I'm like, all right. I'm like, yo, it's about to turn up real fast. So I get to the block and we got the Jamaicans outside. And the pot going, the pot cooking, you feel me?
Yeah.
The drum, we call it the drum.
Yeah.
When you see the smoke in the air,
yeah, that's a fact.
Yo, the drum going, so we got jerk chicken and all that, and that's on my block. So it's like three or four houses down. So I'm like, yo, Yardy, what's going on? They're like, yo, youngin, what's up? Like, whatever. Long story short, we all getting fucked up. We eating lovely. You know what I mean? We chilling. You know what I mean? A couple of girls come through. Oh, can I get a plate? Yo, you good. You ain't gotta pay nothing. Come through. They come through. They chilling. This one little funny dude that everybody know. He always got a gimmick. He always come through trying to sell something, trying to do something, or trying to steal something. So this one night, he tried to steal something. You know what I mean? So I peeped it because I seen how fast he was talking them fast talkers, them slick talkers.
Yeah.
It's always something at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right. Yo, I'm about to go get some more beers. Yo, what y'all need? The liquor store's closed unless we go to the bootlegger.
The bootleg,
You know what I mean? And the bootlegger is a hell of a walk. I'm a little too twisted. The boys might come pull up and do some dumb shit, and I'm not with it. So I'm like, all right. So I go to the 24-hour joint on Ralph, and I go grab mad more beers or whatever. We still got more chicken cooking on the grill. So this dude waits for certain people to move, and he kind of inches his ass into the gate. Because it's like brownstones, and then you got the P's. The projects is right across the street on the other side, Saratoga P's. So I'm like, yo, what this nigga doing? I'm like, why he leaning up against the gate? Now, I know why he was leaning up against that gate. You see what I'm saying? I know why. So I didn't know that the man's wifey was looking out the window watching our drunk asses downstairs. Wow. So I'm like, she's in the window, quiet.
Just looking.
So I go, Miss such and such, yo, I ain't even see you there. She go, that motherfucker think he's slick. Hold on, I'm putting on my sneakers right now. I said, what? Like, I'm drunk. I'm like, yeah, yo, she played. She come downstairs, and she goes, what you took? To the dude.
What?
Always got some. She go, what you took? Walks to him. What you took? He's like, She said, words, motherfucker, words. This nigga, I don't know. She smacks the shit. When I mean she smacks the shit out the stick, she smacks fire. You know that loud clap? You know when you was a kid and you got hit so hard that you want to cry, but the shit go.
That's a fact. I know about that.
So
shit.
she smacked him so hard, my soul jumped out my body and caught a cat.
She like, we out of here. Yo.
So I said, yo, Miss such and such, what's going on? She like, shut the fuck up, Breeze. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. This is my area. What the fuck you took? I don't got nothing. She said, oh, you want to try this? So she started handing me her rings and all that, right? Wow. This motherfucker runs to the corner bodega, inside the corner bodega, and she runs behind him, and he's trying to like hold the door so that she can't go in to the corner bodega. Yeah. Son, I swear on my life, when he got out that door, because the Spanish people was grabbing him to get out because they wanted to see his ass get out. Yeah, so they grabbed him, they touched him, and this motherfucker fighting, he kicking and pulling. Yo, I swear, if you would have seen that goofy motherfucker biting and trying to pull, like he's fighting him, trying to not stay in that store, trying to stay in that shit. So I go, Miss such and such, I'm like, yo, what's up? Because when they ran, I immediately ran right behind him. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what happened? And then I found out this motherfucker trying to steal beer, and then he found the little stash for the, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo,
he was trying to get off.
Yo, he was trying to dip.
Wow.
When I mean, I never seen, I said, yo, Layla. I called her Layla Ali. I said, Layla. Because that first little punch had that nigga turn goofy. Yo, when I mean that motherfucker eyes crossed. Like that, she hit that nigga so hard, his eyes crossed. That nigga was all doofy. Nigga, she ran down and grabbed that nigga pockets. Then her husband come run up the block. Yo, what going? Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm like, yo, the funniest shit. He kicking him so much that he slipped and his shoe come up, his shit under the car. He's like, yo, he walking around one shoe, 1 foot. Yeah, I call him two-step for that one.
Two-step.
For that one. Yo, cause I'm like, yo, what happened? Yo, it was crazy, but.
So you think if Shoya never peeped it, he'd have spent off?
No, yeah, he was gonna try to spin off, but I had peeped why he had leaned against that gate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm like, yo, you know when we, you know what I'm saying? You know, like we drinking, we chilling. You know what you trying to do? You trying to figure out like, yo, if I just slide this, why? nobody looking, and just kind of like, yo, grab a beer and keep talking,
Yeah.
I could get off with that.
Get off.
Look,
Yeah,
wifey was on point when I feel me. That was a woman beating a grown ass nigga ass properly, properly. When I mean that was a spanking, I would never forget that shit. I had tears in my eyes when that nigga was fighting all the Dominicans and the motherfuckers trying to make sure that they don't open the door. You that scared, bro? That shit was hilarious.
Yo, that's.
That shit was hilarious.
She said, "Hold on, let me put my shoes on. Come here, like, yeah."
I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'm like,
Yo,
shit about the. She
Why
came
is
down
it?
to
Why
work.
is it in the hood like you always got that one nigga that be around
That just wants something.
that just wants something, and then when you get it, he gone.
Yup, you don't see that nigga for weeks.
That's crazy.
You don't see him
son.
for weeks.
That's crazy, son. But I guess it seems like, you know, a lot of our stories are involving shoes flying, but, you know, here's my story. And my peoples, like I said, we don't say no names, but you're going to see this and you're going to laugh. Because, like, you remember this story, son. But anyway, it was a boat party. Cause you know how the boat party used to be by Chelsea Pier and shit. Mm-hmm. So like it was an all white boat party. So it's me, my peoples, his girl, another dude, his girl, and I think another girl. It was like maybe 6 of us, 7 of us, some shit like that, right? So it's a boat party. So you know, I'm hyped because I never really went on one. So I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm mad hyped. So I'm on a boat party drinking. I don't remember exactly what happened. But my peoples told me, but like as far as my memory goes, I don't remember what happened. All I remember is fucking I'm seeing this dude arguing with his girl, and like he's like wilding out, like about to fuck her up, and I'm like, yo, you doing this shit here, nigga? Like, I mean, if that's what you do it behind closed doors. Like you doing it in the public. Niggas started talking wild crazy to me, son. Yo, my peoples, I don't remember this shit. You understand what I'm saying? But this is what was said to me. My peoples is like, yo, son, you fucking gave that nigga a 3-piece. And I don't know if my people was exaggerating, but they was like, yo, son, the nigga's shoelaces was choking his ankles. They was like, yo, I hit the nigga, and his shoes was like this. Say him laid out on the floor, and his shoes was exactly like that. Like, and he was like sprawled out. Niggas threw water on him, beer. That nigga did not wake up. So I'm screaming like so fucking everybody comes break it up. So I'm screaming at my cousins, my people, yo, finish that nigga. My man just like, yo, son, the nigga's dead, bro. Like, you about to go down for a body talking about finish him. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why that shit was funny, son, because it's like, growing up in the hood, son, it's like you never know what you gonna see, son. You feel what I'm saying? You never know what you gonna see. You never know what you gonna experience. But it's just like, to see a motherfucker get fucking hit out his shoes, you had to have the fucking strength of God for a nigga's shoes to fall, like,
just to fall out of them shoes, just to come out of that shit.
Just to come out of that shit, son, you gotta have the fucking strength of God, bro. But it was just very funny to me because it's like one of those moments that, you're never gonna forget kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just funny to me because it's like, I didn't actually see it. But my people was like, yo, son, the nigga's shoes was off. Like, the nigga had a hole in his big toe in his sock. Like, nigga, we seen the nigga big toenail. Like, that's how hard you hit him. And I was like, yo, what? But you just be amazed at fucking what you can do when you drink, man. Like, when you drink, son, that retarded strength just come out of nowhere,
That's a
son.
fact.
Just comes out of nowhere, son. But we gonna do the last Larry story, so, you gotta give me this gotta be a good one, because I got a whole bunch, but this one has to be a good one.
I mean,
He said,
I
got so many. Like, which one you want, nigga?
I'm trying to. Alright, this was some funny shit. So, basically, I was partying on fucking, what was that? I was on Chauncey. I was partying on Chauncey on the end though. On the end, not the mid, not the top. You know what I mean? At the end. like drinking a little bit, but I was drinking on Maycon before that, and I had kind of spent and had woke up. I woke up, and I'm just like, let me see what's going on. Basically, you already know, I was just on the hunt, basically. I was trying to see whatever little joints that was going to jump off, whatever. So I'm just on the spin or whatever, and I'm also trying to see what's going on to be like, later, whatever. Like, just to keep the night going, just to keep it coasting. So I woke up the block to Thomas Bowling, and I meet my boy, who was one of the ones who was in the first occasion I was speaking about. Well,
That was
so,
me, nigga.
So,
You got me fucked up. That was me.
that shit, I'll never forget that. But yo, so we spin off Thomas Bowling and we go to Broadway, going towards Bushwick. So we go to Broadway because I'm like borderline. Like I could walk either way, like, and I walk everywhere. So anyway, some shit, I had ordered a sandwich. I had ordered a sandwich.
Oh, damn. Go ahead.
And I ordered a sandwich, and the ox is looking at this nigga. Like, looking at, like, watching him.
Like, scoping him
and
out?
they see me, but they're like, yeah. And they just, like kind of, like, moving me on.
Yeah.
They're, like, kind of, like, moving
Looking
me on.
at that nigga.
But they watching him. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? Like, whatever. So he ordered a sandwich. I'm showing out, like, yo, if you think a nigga's gonna do something, whatever, yo, I got bread, you feel me? Like, nigga, I got bread. I've been working.
Yeah.
I got bread. So I'm like, like, you good.
Watching that nigga.
They just, So they just kind of moved me on. I'm like, all right. So long story short, whatever, it was kind of like a tight line or whatever. A lot of people go to this major spot over there in Brooklyn. It's all Broadway. So as soon as you get off the line, as soon as you get off the train, motherfuckers be ready to go home. Niggas is hungry. You know what I mean? Mad females is right there. People is right
by
there.
the J train somewhere, right?
Yeah. But on the side, like on the Chauncey stop.
No, yeah, I know what
You know what I mean?
Chauncey Ave, I know what you're talking about.
So I'm like, all right. I'm not peeping nothing. So I cop a big, and you know me. I'm like, yo, fuck that. It's ice cold. I'm gonna drink that shit right now. So I paid for the beer. And I step outside the store, but I step to the side towards the Bushwick side so that if the boys was rolling through, you couldn't kind of see me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I could kind of,
I could see your lights, and I could kind of stop me sipping and just kind of like lax for a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. Long story short, this nigga comes running out of the store, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? He like, yo, we gotta go, B. We gotta go. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Son, I come out with a fucking big ass machete. I slice you, motherfucker. I slice you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, is that even real? He hit the fucking, it's like a little, the last fucking phone shit I ever seen in the hood that has a, you know what I'm talking, what you call that shit?
The phone booth?
The phone booth shit.
Yeah.
He hits the shit, king. He said, real motherfucker. I'm like, yo, and he's running down. My boy's like this, yo, so they run.
Real motherfucker.
So I'm like, yo, and he got the sandwiches in the black bag. He's running with the sandwiches. Like, yo, we not paying for the shit, bro. We out. I'm like, I didn't expect how fast that nigga came out that store behind him with that machete. Like, that shit must have been right there.
Waiting.
So,
yo, man, you funny because he like, yeah. Looking at your man.
It's like, they just was like, I'm like, yo.
I can imagine that shit. Like, yo, we got,
You know, like, and just.
I got my line.
Yup. It was thinking that shit. You know, yo, them niggas is gangster, B. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yo, Ox is gangster, bro. They ain't really about that type of time. Niggas will let them for semi-automatic, my nigga, if you coming out of the store.
That's a fact.
But,
yo,
he trying to.
I just imagine that shit. I'm laughing, son. Like, yo, we got bread, we good. Yeah.
Yup, they give a fuck what I say.
Looking at the man, like, I'm not
like, what the fuck?
Son. Oh, shit.
I'm wondering what the beefing is about.
Cause they knew. They was like, this thing gonna try to rob something, son.
Son, he's
so you tell me son had the bag of sandwiches like
he had to go, so like he kind of like when the shit got down there, I guess it's because they put it right there where they making the sandwich, they put it on top. Okay, 2 sandwiches, you know what I mean? They let you know. I guess he kind of snatched it and kind of smoothed, like, I'm gonna get a drink, huh? and get a drink and kind of dip for the door.
Yo.
And this nigga ran, and the other eye was on it because it's like a push swing door.
Yeah,
right there on the side.
yeah.
Nigga, you trying to slice this nigga. I'm like, yo, don't slice that nigga, don't slice that nigga. I'm like, yo, I'll pay you bread. What's up? He said, nah, this motherfucker. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, there's no cops around, nothing. Niggas is crying, laughing outside of the store, smoking their bogeys. Yo, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, son, just fucking drop the sandwiches and just fucking dip, cause he gonna slice you.
You can word.
Son, this nigga he had to drop the sandwiches.
He had no choice.
He dropped the sandwiches and ran up the fucking drink to the train and hopped the fucking turnstile to dip off. I said, son, and just left me with this shit. And they looking at me, and I'm looking at them like, nigga, what?
Word,
Nigga, I was gonna pay for this shit.
Yeah.
The fuck? Nigga act like, I should not come on shine. I'm like, whatever the fuck that means. I'm with you, son. All right. I paid in the bread, but I'll never forget that because that's the first time I seen a op come out with a machete in front of my eyes.
And them machetes, them motherfuckers is like this
Bro,
big.
it had a red little ribbon at the end of this shit.
Oh,
man.
oh.
I said, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, what the fuck is that shit?
I'm like, that's your mind, come on.
Is it real?
I'm like, yo.
Real motherfucker.
I said, oh shit.
Yo, this nigga says, is it even real? Real motherfucker.
Son, I'm not playing with them niggas, bro. Like, but that nigga was known to thief shit, bro. Like, he one of them Brooklyn niggas that he believed in, like, even to keep a couple of dollars in his pocket, if he could take it, he gonna take it. And you think he not?
I met a few like that. He
gonna take it.
So I already know what you're talking about. I met a few like that. So yo, that ain't even real. Real motherfucker.
Now my eyes opened up like a one. Like, oh shit. Like, you ain't slicing me, nigga. I gotta go to work tomorrow, nigga. I just came out to drink with the homies for man.
Yo, I got paid for it, chill.
Did I
pay for it?
Nigga, I got Yo, it was hilarious.
Yo, son. The only reason why I'm laughing so hard, son, because it's like, yo, I can imagine some shit like that happening right in front of my face and I'd be in tears, son.
Son, that nigga was,
I'd be in complete fucking tears.
For 2 sandwiches, that was like $5.
That nigga said, yo, we gotta go.
Yeah, I said, what? Like, what the fuck?
You thought nigga had like 8.
Yeah, this nigga run with 2 fucking sandwiches. We got 2 fucking, one pastrami and 1 fucking chicken sandwich. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
This nigga was like, fuck that, like, that's our beer money. It's the money for us to drink.
Like, nigga, I will pay for it. Like,
yeah,
just
like,
open your mouth.
That nigga was like, shh, no. I'm like,
cause I knew what was good. That's why
I
nigga didn't pay you no mind.
Yeah.
You could have took the shit. He won't even know nothing.
That's a fact.
He was
He
worried
was
about
all on him. As soon as he came to the door, they was. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm a regular there, you feel me? I'm a regular with them. Like, I'm a late night eater, bro. Like, I don't eat during the day. Like, I'm on some fucking, what do you call that shit? Gremlin shit, nigga.
Yeah.
I mean, after 11 and all that, a man starving. Like,
like, I get a sandwich real quick. That's a fact.
But it was just funny. Like, that's it. I'll never forget that.
Nigga said,
Big
real?
Real motherfucker. I was like, glad that wasn't me, nigga.
Yo, son. Oh my God.
I
Yo.
didn't think he was gonna do that.
Oh my God.
Son,
Yo.
and I was half drunk already. Like, what the fuck, nigga? I'm trying to get my buzz
Yeah.
good. Like, and then I see all this movement and niggas is in front of the fucking shit, smoking their little bogeys, like,
Laughing. In tears.
I'm looking like, son, they about to chop my son up, B.
Niggas don't go back to the, yo, you hear about nigga got chopped up by the corner store?
Yo, I can tell you exactly what was it? Was it Coop? It could have been Cuba.
Where?
It could have been Cuba. It could have been Cuba. Son, the ox is still there right now. If I'm gonna tell you, I'm giving you a fair warning. Don't fuck with the niggas, bro. Don't steal. Pay for your shit. Cause if they catch you, done deal, bro. I can love you, man.
I can love Hush, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. It's over. It's over, nigga.
Yo.
I don't care how gangster you are. That machete going through your bone or...
That's a Snapple fact. That's a Snapple fact. But yo, I got a question for you right now. For you. Because I'm like kind of trying to contemplate in my head what last story I want to tell. Because these two stories is fucking like hilarious. Should I tell the Bronx story or the Harlem story?
What? Hold up. Alright, let me hit a Harlem one.
So you want to hit a Harlem one?
Yeah.
Because that's going to be like, you know, the finisher of the show. You want to hit a Harlem joint?
Yeah, let me hit a Harlem one.
All right, bet. I kind of knew you was going to pick. Well, the Bronx one's more funnier, but I tell you the Harlem.
So if the Bronx one
The Bronx one is more funny.
Then do that then.
All right, bet. So this is the Bronx story. This is going to be the last one we're going to do. We're going to wrap it up, you know, because we got to go handle BI after we do the show. But it's the Bronx story. So, you know, I was a heathen back in my backsliding days. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm at old, right?
Heathen.
I was a heathen.
Him downstairs.
Him downstairs. You need to get your sensitive ass upstairs.
R.I.P. Bernie Mac.
R.I.P. to the GOAT, man, Bernie Measy. You know what I mean? But so this chick, you know, I met on what was the name of that phone shit that was in New York? Tango.
Oh, I never used that.
You never. This is you remember the phone shit Tango?
I heard about it. I know.
So you know what I'm saying? I was a late night creeper like me. Where I used to work at, like I would get off work. I was working in Queens, so it was like I would get off at like fucking 10 o'clock at night and fucking would have to go all the way to Brooklyn. And then, you know, if you're familiar, you know, with Queens, like depending where you at, that's a 2-hour ride on the train going back to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So I went back to Brooklyn. I'm chilling or whatever. I go on Tango. Back this girl on Tango. She like, yeah, I'm from the Bronx. Da, 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 da. You know, pull up, you know, right now if you want to. So I'm on something like, I'm mad drunk. I was drinking the fucking Flavor St. Ides with Georgie. So I was just like...
Special brew.
Yeah, I was just like, whatever, I'm with the shits. So I bagged Shorty number or whatever, you know, calling on my cell phone, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, we had the flip phone, so the picture quality was doodle. Like,
And we had the...
Yeah, the chirps.
Yep,
the chirps. The Boost Mobile chirps.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, Shorty sent me a picture, but like, you know, flip phones back in the day, the picture quality was like terrible.
Yeah,
so it's like, the pixels was like, you know, terrible, whatever. So, long story short, you know, I'm asking her like, you know, you got a man or whatever. She's like, nah, we good. Cause I'm telling her, you know, I'm type smack. So I might have to, you know, hold my head here for a second before I have to make that move back to Brooklyn. She's like, nah, it's no problem. So I go over there. She had me drinking Henny. And for those that know me, I do not drink dark liquor. Shorty had me drinking Henny, so we getting smacked, we getting fucked up. So then, you know, I did what I did, you know, had to, you know, handle the BI to the EI, to the EI. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? So then, yo, she wakes me up like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yo, my husband is on his way home. And I'm like, husband? I'm like, yo, you said you ain't have no man. Yeah, you said a man. He's not a man. He's my husband. And I was just like, yo, I'm mad smacked. Yo, son, Shorty threw me out in the hallway in my boxes, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm smacked. Like, when I mean smacked, son, smacked out of my mind. So I'm sitting up there, like, walking around in the Bronx. I don't know exactly where I was at. I just know I was on a 2 train line. So that could be anywhere from fucking Wake Forest down to fucking... To Van Cortlandt or whatever. But anyway, so I'm like, yo, I'm mad hungry. So I'm like, I'm hungry. I got cotton mouth. I'm hungry. I'm hungover. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So I go to the Oxstar over there. I buy 2 spicy chicken sandwiches with a fucking with an Arizona, kiwi strawberry Arizona. So before I can even get to the train station, yo, I fucked them shits up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was done in like 5 minutes. So then I get on a train, maybe 25, 30 minutes into the ride. I start getting the bubble guts. So my shit is like, I'm just like, oh shit.
To do it.
You know what I'm saying? So then fucking, I'm walking back and forth in the cart trying to like, you know, clench my butthole, no homo. You know what I mean? So I was shitting myself. So
trying to level your stomach out.
So then I get off the train, go to the bathroom. That bathroom station is locked. I'm like, fuck. Walking around back and forth, hop back on the train, get on the train, go to the next stop. That station fucking bathroom is locked. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I literally made it all the way to Flatbush and ended up shitting on myself on the train, son. Like, I'm talking about my shit was looking like a pamper, bro. You know what
He had a heavy diaper.
You know what I'm saying? I had a heavy diaper, son. So I'm sitting up there, I'm just like, yo, fuck it, son. Because for 2 hours, I was holding that shit.
Yeah.
Let that shit go. So then fucking, I get off the train, walk a couple of blocks, and you just imagine how you feel having a shitty ass fucking pair of boxes on.
No, son, I can't.
And like there's a shit that's sticking to your ass, so it's not, and I had long pants
You
on.
walking like
So I'm like, yeah. So then I gotta do a round 2, and I'm just like, yo, I gotta let this shit out. So then I go into a backyard, and I just like the mother load. So I just started dumping in the back. I want some fucking Friday shit. Blah, 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 going bananas. Long story short, my peoples over there was like, yo, they having a party at such and such crib. Tell me why it was the same crib I took a shit in the backyard, bro. The nigga was like, yo, I came out of my crib to set up for the party. Yo, it was mad shit on the side of my fucking house. I'm like, word? He's like, yeah, son. Did the nigga fucking even wiped his ass and threw the tissue on the floor? I was like, word? He's like, yo, son, the whole back window, cause like in Brooklyn, like in certain areas, like you have a basement window that's like to the ground, so the ground is here, and the window is right here. He was like, yo, son, I couldn't even see out the window. It was so much shit. I was like, word? He's like, yo, it's a nasty ass nigga. I'm like, yeah, that's a nasty nigga, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and nigga like,
yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, that's a nasty. He's like, yeah, son, yo, that shit was disgusting. I just was like, yo, niggas be nasty out here, bro.
So he couldn't even throw the party?
Nah, he ended up throwing it, but he was like, yo, he had to clean this shit. Like, yo, it was so much shit. He said to the nigga like fucking 45 minutes to clean that shit.
What the fuck did
Son,
you eat, nigga?
The moral of the story, nigga, don't eat 2 spicy chicken sandwiches back to back.
Oh, no.
Cause that shit, yo, I'm telling you, son, I lost 10 pounds. Cause my shit was just like, blah, blah, blah.
Why you was still already shitty?
While I was shitty. So that shit I had fell on the floor. Plus the extra I dumped on top of that. Yo, son. Imagine that shit. Imagine you come out your crib and you just see a pile of shit.
Nah. I done shit it in a park before.
I mean,
like
yeah.
in a park, you know where the bathroom be locked?
Oh yeah,
and the niggas don't
that shit plenty.
So I done jumped over the gate behind the shit.
Yeah, so that shit right there was like fucking. That shit right there was like completely like hilarious, son. Like
that's crazy. Like, bro, I can't do it. Like as far as like when you gotta take a piss, you see how you could get in between the carts and just kind of wagga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit, bro.
You can't do that with shit. But don't think that I ain't ballsy enough to be in between the carts, holding the side, doing like this, busting it down. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because my black ass is not going to my mother. Yo, I had to live in my own joint for a little bit, and then I ended up with family members. So I'm not going to none of my family members' house. Shitty, my nigga. Me? That's the day that my ass ended up on the street.
It was like it was early, so like everybody was asleep. So I got back like around maybe 11 o'clock. So
and they didn't ask what that smell is.
Nah, they was all asleep. So I made a beeline to the bathroom, took a shower, put the shit in the bag, threw that shit in the garbage.
Oh.
Yeah, so those are my favorite fucking jeans too, man. My favorite Guess jeans, man.
You got balls more than me, man.
So I couldn't hold it, bro.
I'd have been like, yo.
I couldn't, yo, son, I'm talking about like, yo, I'm like this, holding my stomach, walking back and forth on the fucking train cart, trying to like not think about it. Like, yo, just don't think about you taking a shit, nigga. Just, you're gonna be okay.
I ain't gonna lie. One day I did do something similar to not shitting though pissing, and it was a full cart, my nigga. And that took a lot of balls. But when I was thinking, I'm like, alright, I had to piss. I'm like, my grown ass is not gonna piss on myself. So I'm looking like something older, and there's younger right here. So I went over to the older side, and you know they had something to say, right? I pulled up, and I'm just in the corner. They're like, yo man, you know better than that. I'm like, they're like, yo man, put that away, yo man. I'm just letting it go. The only thing is, it kept hitting the front of my fucking
Slashing.
Yeah, it's splashing all over my shit. I'm pissing, and guess who walks through the fucking? My sister steps in the cart. They're like, young man. She go, huh? She go, crit. I'm like, choo, right back out the door. Yo, I think I ended up in Cyprus. I don't deal with Cyprus.
Oh,
I don't know
shit.
Cyprus. I stepped off at Cyprus and waited at Cyprus. Wasn't smart.
Oh, shit.
Wasn't smart.
You said that out there.
Nah.
Wasn't smart.
Niggas is already drunk coming up the stairs. Yo, with my dick in my. I'm like, I'm like, really? Niggas is twisted. I got so much shit on me. If the boys walked up on me, they be celebrating. We got him, nigga. We got him.
Nigga, we made it.
Nigga, we got him, nigga. They be giving that, nigga. Oh, yeah. Yo, martini party, nigga. But I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like the hood, the thing is, it'll make you or break you. And it depends on the person that you are. It depends on your heart, too. And your mind.
That's a fact.
So it's like, yeah, a lot of things you can't always win. Just notice that. You can't always be on the up. Especially in the hood. Because it's niggas that's always better than you. It's niggas that's always smoother than you. It's always niggas that's smarter than you, stronger than you, faster than you. I mean, vicious more than you.
That's a fact.
It's just that you ain't walking to them yet. You see what I'm saying? So you gonna feel you gonna be smelling your own shit down this shit until you meet this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing is though. But the thing is, I'm well aware of that. You know what I'm saying? I was well aware of that at the age of 22. I'm now 35. You feel me? And the shit that I
This nigga gonna make
endured,
it 35.
yeah, the shit that I endured is crazy that I made it to any type of 30. You know what I mean? And just like with this whole shit, with me saying, I'm gonna just put this point blank period. I mind my manners, you know what I mean? And I learn from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But I peep a lot of shit that I need to change about myself too, and a lot of steps that I do need to change. And it's just all about, it's just a process. You know what I mean? It's a part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
If you know yourself better than you know your own situation, and you know how you could finagle your own situation and build your own better character about the person who you are, and know exactly who you are, and don't fake it to make it, I think you be alright. You be breezy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yo, you know what I mean? I just want to appreciate you to, you know, take the time to come on here and share some of your stories, because we all got stories, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just different characters, but most of the time it's always the same story, you know? And I appreciate you for coming on the show, because it's like, you know, you let the people know another side of you, and like, you know, some niggas have a problem with doing that. So I just want to thank you for doing that, bro.
You already
Seriously,
know.
so
You already know.
you know what I'm saying?
Just love it about it.
So I want to give a special, you know, shout out to my hood, Flatbush. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the star. You already know, eyes wide. You heard?
Yep. You know, we never forget where we from. You know what I mean? Like he said, he's 35. I'm 33. Most dudes from where we come from don't even make it to 21.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone 30.
No.
Let alone 35 or 33. So, you know, we just thank you guys for like taking the time to watch this, man, to listen to our funny stories and our antics. You know, but as always, like I say, spread love, not hate, chase our dreams. You know what I mean? Chase our dreams. You want to say anything else before we sign off?
One, everybody be respectful, everybody, and just understand, hold it together with this shit that's going on. This corona shit hit us all, and just mind over matter. If you don't mind it, then it don't matter. You heard?
There we go. We off this.